Hello there, I'm the International Gamer, and today I will be reviewing the Nintendo Famicom, or Family Computer, as known in Japan. This console was created in 1983, around the time of the video game market crash. I don't remember exactly when during 1983 that it occurred, but it did occur on the This came out on the year of the video game market crash. This console, though different from the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, not only looks different, is smaller, and I like the fact that it actually has a flip-top cover to prevent dust from getting inside your cartridge slot. Don't worry, it's already been dusted out. But anyway, the differences between this console and the Nintendo Entertainment System, which I do own, by the way, but it's not here with me. It's in another state. I'd call my old man about that. But anyway, this console is very lightweight, very old, dating back to 1983, which I did say it was created then. It does have some slight oxidational coloring on it. It looks yellow if you look closely in the light. Then again, that's my bedroom light shining on it, making it seem all white like you've seen in the pictures on the internet, but that's not the way it really looks. The system I got from a friend who took a quarter, which is the quarter system from UC Santa Cruz, a friend who goes there, and he went to Japan for about 6 months. I sent him some money, man. I have this. The system, well, yeah, it does have some use to it. Plus, the older Nintendo consoles, unlike the new ones, if they're exposed to air or oxygen, they tend to change color. So, sadly, I had the misfortune of having one of the darker color, one of the more toned colors. But it's okay. The system does work. Last I tried. The back of the system. Well, here's the AC adapter, which I got. Still the original box. Price tag, $1,000 yen. I meant $1,010. So 1,000 yen. It's a little over $10 over there in Japan. Yeah. It's the AC adapter. You can switch it between TV and game. And unlike the NES, which would say Channel 2 or Channel 3, or the Super Nintendo, which also had that, I have that as well, this says Channel 1 and 2, which actually, if you're going to try and hook this up to a TV, I would suggest not getting this. Instead, if you can, get yourself an original Nintendo Entertainment System RF adapter. It works better and will most likely get you able to play your Famicom games on your TV. I don't know what's wrong with my TV here, but for some reason, it just doesn't completely load up the full picture, the full coloring on the screen. I've been able to see the game load up onto the screen on this TV, but the picture is all fuzzy. I think it might be the fact that I might need something called an OHMS adapter. In case you were wondering, the Famicom had the adapter, AC adapter, and RF adapter aren't the only things I got from Japan, from a friend. We got 2 cartridges, which have 3 games on them. This cartridge has the original Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Final Fantasy 1, we did get the original Final Fantasy 1 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, I do not own the original Final Fantasy 1 cartridge. But I did have the fortune of having, as I wanted, Final Fantasy 1 and 2, the originals. I do intend to get the remakes at a later time. But anyway, just showing you the cartridge. It's just a little piece of paper from the price tag. I'm just weird in the way that I like keeping the price tag on there. But anyway, yeah. It's Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on one cartridge. Pretty cool. This is 1987, 1988, and this cartridge was made in 1994. Pretty old school, if I'd say. And finally, last but not least, the original Final Fantasy III. We never got this, sadly, but we did get it about 15, 16 years later. This game came out in 1990 over in Japan. And never came here. This game is not to be mistaken for the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy III game, which is not the real Final Fantasy III. It was a mistake in editing. It was actually Final Fantasy VI, which is one of the greatest Final Fantasy games ever made. There's one other little difference I forgot to mention. The front port. Kind of looks like a port where you could put a Sega Genesis control in there. But it has too many metallic pins in there. In fact, this pin here was meant to put something else in there. It was meant to put a third accessory. Like something like the Nintendo Entertainment System Zapper. Or their version of the Zapper. The Famicom Revolver. This port was where you could use the revolver. That item, the Famicom Revolver, or as Nintendo labels it, the Nintendo gun, not only looks like a real revolver, but was never used for design in the United States due to the high violence and whatnot that we have here in the States. So, here concludes my review of the Nintendo Famicom. Post your comments. If there's anything else I have missed light of details on, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Otherwise, later.